some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Kevin Winston. And the Titans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7.
47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a second down and 6.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Maverick, 60 Mustang 19.
Now Ward. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Let's go now. Like trap 60, trap 60.
Ward. And that is incomplete. He had the defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, an interception's result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 28. That's good for 28 yards.
First down, Houston.
On first down, it's Blue. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Blue diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
feel like I'm back in school. What was that book, you know? It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. This has been a tale of 2 quarters so far. They trailed 14-0 after 1. How about the rally we've been watching?
Yeah, a couple of touchdowns, PAT here to tie it up. This is a good ball game all of a sudden. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Come on. Panther 11. 18 car.
To throw is Ward. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Let's go now.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
This is really impressive because when the offenses are running RPOs, things move very quickly. Fake, ball's out of his hands, and they're trying to hit him in the gaps downfield. And instead, the defender reacts so well that he makes a play on it, and the ball falls incomplete.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Savon Rebel. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Titans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it. That's because I believe in you guys.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 40-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they take a 17-14 lead. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. They'll throw now on the final play. He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
Xavier Woods with a pick. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
70.
Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Chigakakwo, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans have retaken a third-quarter lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They go play action here on first down. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And complete to Smith and Jigba. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll swing this out to Blue. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Tough spot here, third down and 11. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 42. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. They'll look to throw now on first down. Smith and Jigba with the grab. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's second down.
brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll set up a throw. Gets this into the hands of Blue. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Thunderbirds have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that will make this a 4-point game. 24. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Ward. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
65 to 6.
To throw, here's Ward. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They toss it down to Pollard. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
79 Broncos.
Throwing now, Ward. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes him from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Titans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Titans 31, Reds 28.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. On play action, they'll throw. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
A loss of 7 yards. And it's 3 and out.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Here we go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Titans are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much, and you forget the other options that are out there.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll look to throw again. Going for the deep ball. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
19 tight.
Ward. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
19 Tiger. Panther 11. Ready.
Now Ward. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Cowboys, trap 60.
Going for it. Here's Ward. That's complete to DK. On the move past the 40. He's still on his feet. Touchdown, Titans. Chimway DK. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Titans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for two. They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good.
That keeps the score Titans 43, Thunderbirds 31.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. This is 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
They'll come up now on second down. He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete to Lamb. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Thunderbirds.
Back to throw again. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They'd prefer to use them on the defensive end. But here's 1st and 10. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They'll swing this out to Blue. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll look to throw here. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Aubrey now for the point after. And this is back to a 5-point game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
19, 18. Ready, ready.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 70 line. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. This pass deep for Cockrell. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Ward from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
19 tight. 19 tight. 65 cast. 65 cast.
Ward to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Hey, Smash.
He's back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. With that last completion, CDs now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Here it is, 4th and inches.
Here we go, set. 70 Lion. Check flash, check flash. 19 tight, 19 tight. Cut 19, cut 19.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. 5 seconds, no timeouts. Here we go. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better